I think it's not come up for me to answer. She's gone. Do you want me to? Oh, she's ringing again. No, I didn't. Good morning, members. Just to let you know that we are now broadcasting, so please be aware when you're speaking to each other. Thank you. Bye.
Good morning. Can you hear me, Andrea?
Morning, Pete.
Morning. Who am I talking to?
Jason.
Oh, hello, Jason. How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Good, good. Keeping up with the avalanche of district council meetings, then?
Yeah, do you get a chance to watch it?
I've tried watching a few.
Members, just to remind you that you are being broadcast now, so just be aware when you're chatting. Okay, thank you.
Indeed. Thank you, Belinda.
Morning, Chris. How are you?
Hi, hi. Was that Jason? No, of course.
I've actually managed to put WebEx on
Jason,
an Android phone I've got, so
Oh, crikey.
I'm well. That iPad thing had a meltdown.
Oh, blimey.
Man, you've had trouble with your emails, haven't you, as well, Chris?
I have, yeah. In fact, my iPad is now, well, since December, it's been at.
Hi, members. Can I just remind you that we're broadcasting live at the moment, so if you can just bear that in mind. Thank you.
Okay, Jason, I'll mute then.
Yeah.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Yvonne.
Good morning.
Oh, I haven't said good morning to myself. Good morning, Jack.
Is that because nobody else will?
That's right. You got it, Zahid.
There's always a joke in the pack.
Well, Yvonne, not me. No, no, no.
Are we being recorded at the moment, by the way?
Yes, members, you are currently live.
All
Okay,
good.
just thought I'd mention that, just in case.
Yes.
Don't
Thank you. And also, members, can I remind you to switch off your microphones when you're not actually talking, please, and mute yourself. Thank you.
Message received.
More technical question. Speak tapping. The chat doesn't appear to be working at the moment. Will that happen? Will that come live when the meeting starts? And can anybody outside the meeting see the chat?
Just to let you know that the chat isn't available during the meetings, and nobody can see it anyway, but it isn't available during meetings, I'm afraid. Except to chat to the staff here at Alden House.
Thank you.
Morning, everyone. Barry Lewis here.
Morning, Barry.
Morning, Barry.
How is everyone?
We're all supposed to be, Barry, we're supposed to be muted at the moment.
Sorry, just got in.
Are we ready to start democratic services? Yeah.
Yes, we're ready when you are, Chair.
Thank you very much. Good morning, members, staff colleagues, and to the public listening in. This is the Programme and Resources Committee of the Peak District National Park Authority on Friday, the 5th of March, 2021. Can I welcome you all? Spring is beginning to come around the corner, and hopefully also a long journey out of lockdown. Could I ask Democratic Services to take us through a roll call of those present, any apologies and any declarations of interest, please?
Thank you, Chair. I'll run down the list of members and ask you to confirm your attendance and let us know if you have any declarations. Mr. Hamid.
Present, no declarations.
Professor Haddock Fraser.
Present and no declarations.
Councillor Atkin.
No declarations.
Mr. Beresford.
Present and no declarations.
Councillor Farrell. Councillor Farrell.
Sorry, pressing the wrong button. And no interest.
Thank you. Councillor Furness.
Present, no declarations.
Councillor Heath.
Present, and I'd like to speak on agenda number 5 as a farmer. Not an active one at the moment, but I just want to say in case I need to, show an interest. Thank you.
Councillor Lewis.
Present, no interest.
Councillor McCloy.
Present, no interest.
Councillor McLaren. Councillor McLaren. Councillor Priestley. No. Councillor Tapping.
On mute.
Sorry, Councillor Tapping present, no interest.
Councillor Walker. Nope. Councillor Waller. Miss Witter, sorry, Miss Witter.
Present, no interest.
Councillor Woods. Just check one more time then. Councillor McLaren. Councillor Priestley. Councillor Walker. Councillor Waller. And Councillor Woods. Oh, okay. So I've been informed that Councillor Priestley is present but is on mute. Are you able to unmute yourself, Councillor Priestley? Okay. All right then. Thank you. That's the roll call completed.
Thank you very much. There may be problems with your microphone, Ginny, Priestley, I think. We can see you. Councillor Walker has just joined us, I think. Yeah. Do you have any declarations of interest, Councillor Walker?
No, I haven't, Zahid, and I'm sorry for being late. I've had been in IT problems for the last hour, so apologies.
Okay, thank you, Councillor Walker.
Thank you. Attendance has been noted.
Thank you very much, members. Could we go to item 2, which is the minutes of the previous meeting, which was back in December? Therefore, information, has everybody had, all members had a chance to read, can remember? Are they a correct record? Could I have thank you, Chris, Vanessa, and the seconder. Thank you. Are they all agreed with correct record? I think we can just do a show of hands. Yep. They're agreed. Thank you very much. I've not been notified of any urgent business, and we have had no notification of public participation. So if we go to item 5, which is for noting, and there are 2 sets of minutes, can I just check with members that they've also received the minutes from the January meeting of the task group? Yep. They are for information. Is there any additional information that the chair of that group, Janet Fraser?
Yes, just for noting, these minutes come to the P&R committee after we've had a meeting of the task group. The meeting in January, which you received the minutes of, showed that we had a sort of a review of the group having been established 12 months previously, and an annual report of the group is going to authority at the next meeting in 2 weeks' time, where we're suggesting a slightly revised terms of reference for the group, along with an annual report showing what we've achieved in the last 12 months as well.
Thank you very much, Janet. So that members will be able to see that in 2 weeks' time with the full authority. So that item is noted.
Chairman, could I just make a comment?
Yes, sorry, of course.
Thank you, Chairman. I know it's just for comment, not for discussion, and I apologise if I'm a bit precious about this, but whenever climate change is mentioned, there always seems to be a bit of the farmers causing a lot of the problems. And just a couple of things, I don't think it is. Our poor cows get a lot of blame, but the farmers are the custodians of this land. They make this land, the green, beautiful land, especially in the White Peak, that visitors want to come and see, and they nourish the land for you. They don't deliberately set out to do any damage. My own family, we have a wind turbine. We suffered terrible press, and it's not in the Peak Park, it's on the edge of it. But, you know, these things are going to be recognised more and more now. And it's not just the farmers damaging and making climate change happen, they do work. My own son has just bought 9,000 quicks to replace a wall with a hedge. And, you know, I'd like to see a bit of acknowledgement that they do what they can. We're on about the big buildings they have. It isn't as lucrative as it used to be, if it's ever been really lucrative. For the money invested, the returns are minimal, and it costs money to do all these things. So I just think, I don't know, I don't like to see the sort of, perhaps it isn't knocking the farmer in this instance, but I always get that impression that, and since the COVID pandemic's been on, farming's gone on. It's done every day, you know, 365 days a year. You can't furlough cows and animals, and you can't furlough the staff that look after them. The sky's gone bluer, there's less pollution. So it isn't the farmers causing all the problems, it's the traffic and the air transport. So, sorry, I've had my rant, sorry.
Thank you very much. As I said, this item is for notice, so Chris, can you make it brief? Councillor Furness?
Yes, it's just an amendment in items 4 and 5, because Charlotte and I have the same initials, so we're identified by CFA or CFU, but that's not been done in items 4 and 5, it's just CF. So that needs to be amended to CFA or CFU as applies. That's all, Chair.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. So that item is for noting. So can I just welcome Councillor Waller and Councillor McLaren, I think, who've just joined the meeting.
Yeah, apologies for delay. The link wasn't working, so I've had to come out and go in again. So
thank you.
Hello, everybody. Good morning.
Welcome. And I gather Councillor Woods is having IT problems as well. So, okay, that item is noted. Can we move to item 6, please, which is the paper on a cleaning tender for toilets and visitor centres. And I'm asking Emma Stone, I think, is going to speak to this paper.
Thank you. My colleague Helen Carrington is also in this meeting. Helen has carried out the procurement exercise for this contract and drafted the report, so it's useful for her to be here too. So it's about a renewal of a cleaning contract for some sites that were previously covered by a contract, which is now due for renewal, and also including some additional sites that now need cleaning services due to the resignations of some employed cleaning staff. So rather than replacing those staff, we're incorporating those additional sites into the contract. Committee approval is needed because of the level of expenditure and the contract value. So that's what we're requesting, please.
Okay, I'm not going to be able to see anybody, but thank you. That's a very concise report. It is a process that has been followed through. Are there any questions for members? Councillor Furness.
Yeah, I've unmuted. Yeah, just a question, please, on the how many employed staff do we have on this, and how many contracted staff at the moment?
How many employed staff have we still got on cleaning toilets?
Yes, that's right.
Helen might be better to answer that, actually. She's probably more up to speed on that.
Yeah, we've got quite a...
Of it? You've got quite a number.
Right.
So you haven't
I'll
got the actual
try
figure.
out my video.
Oh.
I can get it. I can get to you, but I think it's about 8 that we actually employ, but we have more sites than that that we deal with. So I think it's about 14 toilet sites that we've got.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, and then the others are dealt with under this one. If you'd like, I can get yeah.
So it's 8 employees and 6 contract.
That's right.
So presumably the employees are part-time, is that right?
They are, yes. Right. Yeah, they're employed between 1.5 and 2 hours, depending on the toilet side that they're looking at, looking after.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Zahid, you're muted at the moment.
Oh, sorry.
No,
my apologies, Jill. Your Councillor, yes.
Yeah, I think I've unmuted. Can you hear me now?
Yep. Yes, we can.
Yeah. This is off at a tangent again. There must be something in the water around here today. I don't usually make speeches, do I? We've got such a lot of visitors to the villages in the Peak Park this last summer, And my fear is now they've found out what beautiful villages we've got and what a lovely area for walking, these visitors are going to continue even when people can go abroad for holidays. They started already last weekend was really horrendous at a lot of the villages for traffic, and they haven't got toilets. Is there any sort of appetite for working with parish councils maybe to provide any more toilets, working in partnership with the Peak Park, because that's the big issue when we have all these visitors, that and litter.
Would you like me to answer that?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Emma.
Please, yeah. At the moment, we haven't got any plans to increase toilet provision in the park. It's, I'd say a lot of other organisations have already closed public toilets, and I think, you know, we're providing an excellent service by keeping open the 14 sites that we've got. So at the moment, there's no sort of budget available to invest in creating new facilities, as far as I'm aware.
Thank you for that.
Okay.
It's just that I'm on a multi-agency, and we're sort of coming up or throwing problems. So I've got a definitive answer now. Thank you.
Andrew McCoy first. Sorry, Sarah. Can I let Andrew speak first?
So can I suggest Sarah just speaks to that, then I'll raise another point, please.
Okay. Sarah?
Thank you, Chair. Just to widen that out, Councillor Heath, at the members' forum that we had last month, I shared with members who were on that forum the approach we're taking to easing of lockdown restrictions, where we are very much working in a partnership way across all partners across the national park. And we'll be sending something out to share with members on that next week, so you've all got that information. And as Emma has said, there are quite a few public authorities who are closing toilets, so the fact that we keep ours open and our car parks open is providing a facility. But Joe, you're right, we do need to work in partnership across the board, and if your multi-agency approach can connect in with ours, that would be brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Andrew?
Thank you, Chair. I see that in terms of the contract proposal, there's a price increase of 18% in year one, which looks quite dramatically high. But I do understand that we're in a particularly unusual situation where COVID cleaning guidelines are much stricter. So there's more regular cleans, more thorough cleans, and we've got to be aware of the safety and the position of the operatives as well. So I understand that that these figures are perhaps slightly unusual, but I also see in the explanation that they'll be balanced out and the overall cost difference to the authority is going to be negligible. So I'm happy to propose this, to move this recommendation. Can I also make an observation? I'll just pick up what Jill said and Sarah commented on. It's really important that we provide the basic services across the national park, whether it's provided by county, district, national park, or our other partners, such as like National Trust and the utility companies. That includes toilets, a basic provision, and toilets, whether you're a visitor from outside the park or you're visiting within the park, because we've got a local audience as well as an external audience. These basic facilities are really important. As a national park, we actually operate more toilets than many other national parks, and they play a vital role. And visitors, whether they're from outside or visitors within the park, we want them to spend money. We want to get our businesses up and running, and providing these basic services such as toilets is really important. So I'm really pleased with our provision. I'm pleased that we've got an efficient contract that we're looking now to extend, and the park will be busy this summer, and it will be busy as soon as lockdown finishes. And in fact, people are already moving, because that's what we're all about. And we've got to achieve this delicate balance, and we know there will be challenges ahead, but we also know what we offer as a national park. And I'm sorry to go off on a limb here, but it's important we understand this. Our national park is part of the nation's recovery for mental and physical good health, and providing adequate working, serviceable public toilets is just a little part of our role in that. And I'm very pleased that we're operating these as we are, and I'd like to propose that we accept this new contract. Thank you.
Thank you. I've got three members wishing to speak, starting with Ginny Priestley. I've noted you, Chris and Janet. Ginny, your microphone, I think, is not working, is it? Okay. Maybe if you can send a comment through and then we can pick it up. Chris, you're next. Chris Finesse.
Yeah, just unmuting. Yeah, thank you, Chair. I'd like to reiterate what Andrew has said, and I would like to second the recommendation. It is the right way to go. We do need more flexibility, and this is the way to do it, by sort of extending the contract. So, yeah, as I said, happy to second the recommendation.
Thank you. Janet Haddock-Fraser.
Thank you. I mean, I was going to second the recommendation, but I'd just like to ask whether it's possible to use this as an opportunity for signalling and signposting the environmentally sustainable cleaning products we're using, just by putting notes in the toilet, because then it joins up with visitor engagement, visitor awareness of the importance of maintaining and respecting the environment while they're there. I just think if that's happening as part of the contract, we should be telling people we're doing it.
I think we can probably do that quite easily. So yeah, myself and Helen can look at that. There's already clip frames inside the toilet blocks where we could put that kind of information. So thank you.
I'm conscious that Ginny Priestley wanted to say something, so I'm sorry she's getting a message through to us. Are there any other members wishing to ask questions or speak? Okay, thank you very much. I mean, to echo both Andrew and Janet's and Chris's comments, hierarchy of needs. Well, if we don't pay attention not only to toilets but to litter, we actually fall literally at the first hurdles, as they say. And I think as an authority, we have to, with our partners, set standards here. And I do believe that actually the public toilet will make a return, but in the future. If there are no other comments, and Jenny will try and incorporate what you're saying, could we go to a vote? It has been proposed and seconded. Could we go to a vote, Democratic Services, on the recommendations which you have on page 15?
Chair, we have received a comment from Ginny, which is following on from Janet's last comment. Can we put a box in the toilets for donations?
I assume you mean financial donations.
Hopefully.
Would you like me to answer that? Yeah. The public toilet sites that we've got, all bar one at Dovedale, are all on our pay and display car parks that the authority benefits from. So the way that we've viewed that is that people are paying for the provision at that site, which is toilets and parking and whatever other facilities are there. At Dovedale, which is the exception where we don't own the car park and we don't get any other income from the site, we have introduced a charge there, and there are turnstiles in place so people actually put 20 pence in to go in and use the toilets, and that's how we help to recover some of the costs of that site. So no, we don't ask for additional donations from the toilets because I feel we're already benefiting from those visitors paying their parking fees in most cases.
So that's okay, Ginny, just nod it. Okay, are there any other comments? Can't see any more than my hands. Thank you very much. Democratic Services.
Yes, Chair, I'll now take the vote. So I will read out each member's name and ask you to let me know if you're for or against the proposal. Mr. Hamid.
For.
Professor Haddock-Fraser.
For.
Councillor Atkin.
For.
Mr. Beresford.
For.
Councillor Farrell.
For.
Councillor Finesse.
For.
Councillor Heath.
For.
Councillor Lewis.
4.
Councillor McCloy.
4.
Councillor McLaren.
4.
Councillor Priestley, if you just want to nod your head. Thank you. Councillor Tapping.
4.
Councillor Walker.
4.
Councillor Waller.
4.
Ms Witter.
4.
And Councillor Woods.
4.
That's unanimous, Chair.
Thank you very much, and welcome, Becky. I'm glad you've been able to get in. We now need to move to Part B, so could I have a mover to take us into Part B? Chair Chris Vaness, thank you very much. All those in favour, can I just say show of hands? Could that be noted, please? And could we take 5 minutes just to let, or a couple of minutes, and let Democratic Services let us know when we come off air?
Yep, we'll get in touch with you as soon as the connection's dropped.